Welcome to week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the Eagles and the Chiefs, and it comes your way next.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Tonight, we kick off the preseason with a good matchup right out of the gate. As it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and we finally made it, partner, through the winter, through the spring, now into the summer, and football finally back.
And during that time off, we all cherish our vacation time. But admit it, you're the same as me. When you were working out, when you were doing things, you thought about football, didn't you? And you couldn't wait to be back up here again.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Kansas City. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
Hurts throwing right away. Short pass tip, but caught anyway. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, sure looked pretty coming off of his hand, but sometimes you might have to take a little bit off of it. That one looked a little too hot to handle.
Yeah, but off the tip, hey, they still got the catch, right?
It's amazing, isn't it? Even when it goes wrong, it turns out right.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Here's Hurts to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Big strides, look at him go. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, 73 yards. And the Eagles are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
And simply put, for many, he's the gold standard for quarterbacks in today's NFL because of his ability to create, find the open man, use all the different arm angles that he has. He's a complete package, and boy, his team loves to play around him.
Now Patrick going to change the play. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. They'll get this to the 24, and it's 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well, and giving up no creases.
Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Pacheco once again. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 5. Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still first down.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Again, it's Pacheco. And a lane slowly materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A give right side for Pacheco.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Moore, the man in motion. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Oh, big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're going to try and throw. And this will be caught at the 30. And he is going to have the Chiefs first down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allowed to convert on 4th and 1. Mahomes going to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Had to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
There are not many times where you might say it's a detriment to have a quarterback with a cannon for an arm. But this might be one of those few times. He just laid that one out there a bit too far, and his receiver couldn't run under it.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Chiefs respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 7. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all total, and it culminates in a Travis Kelce touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their second drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Hurts. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense, forcing that incompletion.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
These two teams all tied after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And they'll try and run for it with Gainwell. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Kenneth Gainwell, 53 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Elliott on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was Kenneth Gainwell who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7. So a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Throwing Buechele. And his throw here is incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Buechele. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
The Chiefs on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Here's Bushell to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
In today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Now a 2nd and 10. Bushell looking to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Let's go now, let's go. Let's go, fellas. It's one play at a time, baby.
And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again.
They'll try it now with Mostert.
And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up looping. Needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And this defense will take over right at midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime the ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter what it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, Farmer?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field.
Well, they've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 2nd down, Mostert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
This is 2nd and 8.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
Off the play fake, here's Michelle. That's going to be caught downfield by Powell.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Oh, the motion comes too late. And this is going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They're going to look to throw. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there. 29 yards. And the Chiefs have got it back to within a score.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Butker now to add the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to, pick up a first down.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll look to throw here on first down. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll check this one down to Gainwell. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
3rd and 8. Back to throw again. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Second down. Here's Mostert again.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. It got his man complete. Look at the big man rumble. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. Ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Chiefs have taken the lead. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
Butker on for the PAT. It's up and good to make it 21-17. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
An incomplete pass leads. From the 25. Back to throw here. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense. Giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. He seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, but instead a handoff up the middle. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as the tackle made here at the 36.
Back to throw now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. 2nd and 5. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well. You know? He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
So on fourth down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is taken at the 15. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
They'll throw now on the final play. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. Remember, the preseason has shrunk from 4 games down to 3. So just 2 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started on the first Thursday after Labor Day. Most of the starters are likely done. These coaching staffs getting ready to evaluate the youngsters in the second half. And to call the remainder of this preseason opener, we go back to Brandon God.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Third quarter starts with a run from Mostert.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Once again, it's Mostert. And he'll get this to the 32.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you. and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. They'll come through on this play and get the series back on track with a completion for enough yards for a first down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Option handoff for Gainwell. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Kenneth Gainwell, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Eagles have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well moving the ball down the field.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was Kenneth Gainwell who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now here comes Kansas City. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
2nd down, here's Mostert again. Oh, look at the juke. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Throwing Buechele. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away,
Well, if nothing else, they were able to pick up one first down on this drive and get it away from their own goal line. But not much happened after that, and it leads to a punting situation.
They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. The Eagles coming out as they get ready.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's Skoranek, the intended receiver.
And now it's third down. Looking to throw. Escapes the sack. And this is going to be incomplete.
There's my play right there. Pocket collapsing around him. Love the way he moved around a little bit and avoided the sack.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And they're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive and pay off the points for themselves.
Bichelle looking to throw. He'll hit Mostert again here.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Here's Bichelle to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
And he's put it down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They'll get 34 yards there.
Bichelle.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
They'll look to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to move that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker.
And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
From the 23, here's second down and 1.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
That's complete to Skoranek out left.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more preseason football. We're back now in KC. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it.
Now he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. They push him back 8 yards and time on second down.
The passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Hasn't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
It has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. KC's offense ready to take over. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be second down.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action, but other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
They'll drop to throw.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert.
And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger gain.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell.
Well, somehow he was able to sidestep that first tackler, but still hit and taken down behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They're going to look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
First down, Eagles.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. This will be caught at the 2. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Gainwell is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. What a game it's been for him in the backfield, Charles, as he pounds it into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, and he hits the end zone one more time, and his blockers cleared all those lanes. Before the snap, they called for the heavy unit, right? 3 tight ends coming on the field, and they got the job done clearing the way.
And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game that 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your...
Now a hit and a loose football. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for...
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. A pretty nice, strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 16. McKee. And this one is incomplete.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And certainly this, not the performance that they were hoping for to begin the exhibition season, but still plenty to watch for in this 4th quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 61 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
And they'll accept that penalty. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Play action, Bouchel. Open is Powell, that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
That's good for our Kansas City Chiefs.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Off the play fake, here's Bouchel. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Back to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Waste of time.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try to throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They'll try and throw for it with Bouchel. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Chiefs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
They'll try and throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the foot. It stays right where it is. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Philadelphia's offense ready to go again.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So time to start going in the other direction as they come out now 3rd and long.
And they'll stay on the ground with Gainwell again.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And taken right on the 30. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And that will come the offense as they take over. So the Chiefs now down by 11, a little over 50 seconds remaining. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10.
Throwing Bouchel.
He's got him in, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Bouchel.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So